The inspection report is probably one of the most important documents to be negotiated during the purchase of a house. The repair amendment is negotiated during the option period, which is typically a 7 to 10 day amount of time right at the beginning of the transaction, where the buyer hires an inspector to inspect the property, and the repair amendment is based on some of the findings from that report. And it is where the buyer asks the seller to do repairs or corrections to the property at the seller's expense before closing. So you can imagine it's an important document, and it demands a successful skill set of negotiating by either a realtor or broker. And the buyer's response to the inspection report varies. There are two extremes. I had one newlywed couple, first-time home buyers, after they looked at the inspection report that was 30 pages long, and I asked them, which repairs would you like to have done? They said, all of them. I said, no, that's not going to work. The sellers will never agree to that. It's a resale house. And by the way, even new construction should be inspected. Because even new construction, there are repairs to be done. So it doesn't matter if it's a resale house or new construction, but you don't ask for everything. The other extreme would be a couple that I had just recently, where it's their, I think there was their fourth house. They looked at the inspection report and they said, you know, we got all that, we can cover it. We'll have all that stuff done by ourselves. We really don't need to ask the seller to do any of these repairs. So those are the two extremes. The items that we don't consider during a repair amendment are minor items. We just don't really deal with cosmetics that much. We don't ask for doorknobs to be polished. We don't ask that a stain be cleaned in a carpet somewhere in a closet. We ask for major items based on health or hazard issues. And give you an example. A health issue would be the air conditioning doesn't work. It's not blowing the cold air that it should. It needs to be repaired. It needs to be replaced. It just needs to be serviced. That's a health issue. A hazard issue would be a staircase going up to the second floor. The hand railing is so loose it's practically coming out of the wall. That's a hazard issue. That's a danger. So it takes real true negotiating skills to come up with a repair amendment where both sides agree that these repairs ought to be done at the seller's expense prior to closing. Once that is agreed to by both parties and signed off, now both sides can go on to closing. And that's a happy time. I'm Cliff Hahn, realtor, owner, and broker of Hahn Real Estate, serving all of Central Texas and the greater Austin area, where it's always time to buy Texas.